get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Alright, it starts by changing things up a lot, because at this time, in this Danganronpa game, you are the waifu, which really makes it easier for the player to decide, because there's honestly just too many options for waifu. So, you know, just check that off our good game checklist here. There you go. And she's a pianist, which, I mean, I, for the love of God, don't know who that's supposed to appeal to, but if you're a pianist who also likes murder mysteries, this is the game for you. Yes, I am the pianist, and as the pianist, before I start any of my piano deeds, I take the red pill in order to face the lies. Even further Okay, so after that, I fall out of a locker out of nowhere, and this total nerd with a hat falls out next to me. I never even talked to him. I never asked for his name, and he starts following me around. I just let him. I kind of feel bad. But that's the least of our problems. The room we're in is filled with overgrowth and, like, barbed wire over the windows and shit. Like, you can't go to class here. That's outrageous. I get so angry, I get so infuriated that I just flip over all the desks and I storm out of the classroom. The nerd follows me, and thank God we meet somebody else as we exit. I mean, I had to poke them a few times to get their attention, but they look better. And we quickly realized that we have to get out of this school because all this vine and all this vine plants growing on the wall are gonna, like, give us a disease or something. So we quickly look for an exit, and we meet a lot of wacky characters along the way. We meet a guy with, like, a racing scarf, some chick with glasses, a robot. I don't know anymore. The game gives me very special good boy points. I call them good boy points because whenever I do something right, like talk to somebody, they give me like a flower petal telling me I did a good job. I love you! Thank you, thank you. The most common trait between everybody we meet is that this detective kid will not shut up. I tried shoving him into the locker. Nothing worked. Hey, I saw you in the newspaper. No shit you saw him in the newspaper. We are all super prodigies of our own field. We're gonna get some newspaper articles written about us. Eventually, all 16 of us agreed that the only way to solve this problem was to meet in the gym to dispose of this nuisance that haunted us. Unfortunately for us, we were not the only ones meeting in the gym, because the other ones meeting in the gym was the 5 super killer robot
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. Going new, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me. Whoa, deja vu, I just been in this time before. Higher on the beat, and I know it's a place to go. Going new, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me.
I valiantly ran from killer robots until I found out that they weren't actually that killer after all. I trapped one in a corner here, and after I walked into it, it just kind of pointed at me and gave me like a little red around the eyes there, which, I mean, kind of annoying, I guess. Okay, and after we just walked past the robots, it turns out that they opened the gates because the robots were planning to kill us, but they couldn't really do that. They weren't really capable of doing that. So we just went to walk through the door. We met this masked fellow on the way out, and then I started to get a little suspicious. I had a good idea of what was going on here between the plants and between the school and between the weirdos here. I think we all know what's going on here. And the only way to find out is by going through that door. So, you know, let's go. Let's go. There's way too much fucking text in this game. Holy shit. Alright, now we're going. Finally. Oh, yeah. Okay. Open the door and then go through. My bad. Honest mistake. Upon opening the doors, we were immediately greeted by blue skies, bright sunlight, gentle wind, and... oh no. Oh no. Snickers is in on it too? Oh no. No. I can't go through this again. You sick bastards! So it's going to be a return to my career as the piano pummeler against my famous rival, the Black and Blue Bear. And the Black and Blue Bear, it was going to be a cage match, and he said, oh, well, if you don't do it, I'm just going to kill all your friends. And then I was like, I don't know these people. So since they begged me to, I whipped out the GameFAQs forums instead of fighting Black and Blue Bear. So, listen closely, because here's what you gotta do. So after you, Ryuji, and Ann decide that this is the only way to stop Black and Blue Bear, you go into a secret castle of the Shadow World one last time to steal his treasure. After you find him and beat him, you're gonna find his crown and it turns into a medal. Now you might not know what that means at first, but that's okay, because Morgana lets you know that that's actually Black and Blue Bear's most prized possession, his Wipeout 2007 golden medal where he beat the record by 10 seconds. The next day, instead of killing all your friends, Black and Blue Bear decides to have you all play through the hardest Wipeout course ever designed by man. It may look easy, but it's harder than it looks, trust me. Look out for the giant wrecking ball that knocks you into the water. After you get through, you could leave and win the game. Happy ending, everybody survives.